Zeta League. It is now live. One little note about our live streaming is we have these lovely PVC poles with cameras attached to them on the stairway in the bleachers. Please do not grab those. That will make the people at home sick and probably throw up because it will jolt the camera dramatically and affect the live stream. So as you're walking up and down the bleachers, please try to avoid grabbing the white posts.
Hello everyone, we are here at the Westwood AI Robotics Center, Grandville Middle School for the Zeta VEX IQ robotics competition tonight. We will be starting qualification 1 just shortly. Actually currently starting just now. But for our teams we have 4945C, EagleBots Gorilla Gears from Grand Rapids, and 206A Bots of Steel from Grandville.
Match number 1. Already I see a 2-stack in that yellow space. I don't know for sure that it's color bonus because I can't tell with the white lines. That is a referee decision. That is a switch driver signal. Seconds left in match 1. One thing about the game this year is scoring is best done when the match ends. So you'll see some deliberation from our referees. They're just making sure they're all on the same page. They all agree with what they see. With making different colored stacks and putting them in different places, a lot changes throughout the match. So it's kind of hard to have a running score. So a lot of times we have to wait till the match is done to get what the final score might be. Our refs are checking with our teams, making sure they agree. Everyone agrees, and 52 points. Nice job here on field 1. That's not a bad first round. Pretty high score for a first match. Now on field 2. Match
ready in for qualification round 1, they scored 52 points.
For qualification 60F, Calculator Conductors, and 4945F GRCMSF.
To get the highest score that they possibly can. Quick 2-stack from 2060F. 4945F is still chasing down their bottom part of their stack. I think they're probably looking to put that on a different...
A reminder, if you haven't seen this game yet, for the points, if we look at this robot on the right, they just got a tri-color stack, which is bonus points as well as the point they get for each block, which is 1 per. So 15 plus 3, 18 points just right there. And they get a bonus point for being in that center area of that yellow platform. When their yellow block is the bottom one, they get bonus points for that. That's 10 extra points. So 28 points right there.
For our next qualification, qualification 3, we have 4945B EagleBots B-Bots from Grand Rapids and 2060M Nuclear Sprinkles from Grandville.
They do get points for knocking pins off of those starting spots on the edges of the fields. You'll see here on the audience front side, they did knock a red one off, so that is additional points that our refs made sure that they caught. They verify with the teams they agree. Let's see what they did. 58.
And they scored a 58 points.
3, field 3. We have 4945B as in boy and 2060M as in mighty. Ah, there's a good word, mighty. We'll say mighty from now on.
Yeah, it's over there. I'm almost there.
You'll notice that robot 4945B as in boy has a lot of blue tubing. If you're new to VEX, that tubing is for pneumatics. Pneumatics is something that was new to VEX a couple of years ago. Each year since then, we've seen more and more robots using pneumatics, which is a super advanced process for 4th, 5th, and 6th graders to be able to understand and use. So pretty cool to see those pneumatics get utilized. Knocking off those starting pins. I heard a lot of last second driver communicating with one of their teammates, wanting them to touch a piece at the last second, because if they're making contact with 2 or more field elements at the end of the match, they get bonus points.
Exact amount, but I do want to say it's
Whether it's
2-ish
in their
points.
possession or not, they just have to be touching it. I heard, sure, I'm good with that. Sure, why not?
All right, that was 25 points for qualification 3, and for qualification 4, we have 63-16-5R Red Mario
Right.
and 49-31D Robo Gummy Bears.
Let's give them a round of applause. So the way league nights work, in case you're new to all of this, we had a league night several weeks ago. Those points stay. Their average score from that first night remains. Every additional match adds into their average as they move through each league night. So we do already have rankings based on that first league night. And what they're doing tonight, we'll just add to those rankings and adjust up and down. It'll go into their averages. At the end of our final league night, 1, maybe 2, I think it's 2, but at least one of the lowest scored matches actually drops from their average. So if they get a 0, no need to fret about it. That'll probably just go away at the end. We're on field 1 for match 4.
If we look at this robot on the right-hand side, she had to put the controller down to fix their robot, which is having a little technical difficulty, which is the rule. They have to put their controller down fully, then fix it, and they cannot pick up their controller until it is put back onto the field in its proper position.
You'll see our team that is part of the Blue Alliance over here remove their robot, did some work on it, picked the controller back up, trying to see if they can get it back up and running, and they have. Nice job. That's the perseverance we look for. It's all about making it work when you can. And controller's down. Round of applause to the perseverance though, friends, right? Like, that's what this is about. Pressure situation, something's not right, let's fix it and get it back out there. Making sure our team's agreeing. 24 points. Good job here on field 1 for match 4. We shift to field 2. Match 5. 2, we have 63165P as in Peter and 49301B as in boy. Oh, they're going for a stack.
Currently, we have 6316-5P, the VEX man from Caledonia, and 4931B, Robo Dragons from Ada.
Switch driver signal. They need to have 2 drivers drive in each match. They get 10 seconds to make that switch. Second signal means they need to have switched by now. There's another 2 stack. To me, it looks scored in the bonus, but I'm not a referee tonight, so we'll see. And a stack in the corner, which is also a bonus spot. And they knocked one off the edge. Can they get one more? Last second? Not quite. Nice job. Refs are just confirming that they see the same things here. Sometimes the scoring can be a little depending on what's touching and what's not. Oh, I got a sneak peek. That's a good score. I think they're all going to agree, I would assume. No, nobody wants to argue. Okay, 63 points on field 2.
All right, and they scored 63 points.
And right into it on field 3. Match 6. 2060G and 4945A.
And our teams for this qualification round are going to be 2060G, the Bingo Boys. I love that name. I might be a little biased because they're from Grandville, but I still love their name. And then our other team is going to be 4945A, Eagle Bots, D's Axolotl 67.
So if you're keeping track of rankings as we move throughout all of these league nights, pay attention to those small white boxes. That number inside tells you their current ranking. I see a 2-stack in the yellow. I do not think it's quite in the bonus circle at this point. Never know what could change. They do have 6 seconds left. Trying to knock off some of those edge pieces. And controls down. Unfortunately, they were not quite inside of those white circles fully, so it does not count as a color bonus, but it is still a 2-color, 2-stack. Checking to make sure the teams agree. This is their opportunity to let us know respectfully.
Alrighty, and they scored 15 points. And just as a reminder, they do get an average for their first one, and they do drop their lowest score. But throughout the weeks that we do this, which is our second week today, because of a cancellation, because of weather, we had to move it. So their lowest score will be dropped. So if you are seeing a low score, just know that we're not very worried about it. And our teams for this qualification round are going to be 4945D, Eaglebots Pin Blasters, and 2060X, the Goated Griffins. If we look at this robot in this front hand side, they have 2 different stacks they are doing right now. And they have it so they can drop it backwards, stack it, line it up. Wow, and this is the first time I've seen this in all, like the elementary and the middle school. They have it on a pin, which is basically a wild card because it is gray. and they have it on the higher stack, which gives them even more points. It's 20 extra bonus points if that yellow is the bottom. So the wild card should be included in that. So I don't know if it's considered a tricolor stack, but it's at least a bicolor stack, which is absolutely amazing. And they have a tricolor stack at that bottom with that 10 extra bonus points underneath that as well. I can't wait to see what they score on this round.
The VEX app. No, they don't pay me. I wish they did. Maybe I can get some sort of kickback. But VEX is an app you can get on your phone. It has our schedule for the whole day. It has all the rankings. And more importantly, what I like the best, especially at this age group, it has the team names. All we put on the screen is the team numbers, but these kids put in a lot of time and energy into coming up with really fun, creative team names. And if you would like to see what those names are, the VEX app does have all of those listed. Not to spoil anything, but it might be 3 digits, friends. This might be 3 digits. It's possible. I think they're okay with it. I think they're good. Let's see, 116 points! Wow. That is definitely the highest score.
Wow, this is the highest score I have seen since I started. This is 116 points. That is very impressive.
I mean, I don't know a lot about math, but I would guess that's going to bring some averages up. I'm not sure how that. That's awesome. Good for those teams. Nice teamwork. Not to be outdone, we're here on field 2 with match 8. Who knows what they can come up with? 49301C and 63165S. Got a 2 stack in there. Looks like it's probably a color bonus at this point. Not sure about that second one, but it is another.
All right, and our teams that are currently playing are going to be 4931C, Motor Rogues, and 63165S, Error 404, Name Not Found.
Can they get that other stack? Oh, they're trying to line it up. There it is. Another 2-color stack and another 2-color stack. Trying to get those bonuses in. 5 seconds left.
If you do not know, and if you were just tuning in for the first few times, me and Amia, who is sitting next to me, we live stream most, if not all, of these events. We do the high school, the middle school, and the elementary. And I have seen very many different styles of robots and their mechanisms. And there is a lot of these claw machines for these, which definitely do some great damage. I mean, they do their job correctly, but I have seen a lot of more success from the robots. I don't know how to properly explain this, so please bear with me, but they have this like trap that like they can slide it in so the blocks are placed exactly next to them. And we saw this earlier, that they can flip it behind them, stack 2 of them at the same time. And I've seen great rates by that, or just like something that can promote them having at least 2 at a time or doing something quickly. Especially with those corner blocks, it's hard to see them. But I haven't seen many people. Sorry, Amia was staring at me, judging me for my word choices. I lost my train of thought now. But they scored 38 points. And our next teams are going to be 2060J Hyper Hybrid Pickle Snakes and 6118-7A AR Pikmin.
Allendale Robotics team and a Grandville Robotics team working together here. Going for that 2-color stack in the corner, and they got the color bonus in the corner, I believe. The loader puts pin out on the field. Going for another two stack, and they completed it. 5 seconds left. Can they get it on top in time? Not quite. Controllers down.
And they scored 45 points. Our next qualification round, our teams are going to be 2060N, hashtag still brainstorming, and 2060K, off-brand french fries.
Field 1 to match 10, 2060N and 2060K. Again, working together. Oh my, that's a quick restack. And in the corner.
Selfishly, I do like seeing the teams use these corners, which to get those points, as this team properly did, they have to have their bottom block matching the colors. That is relevant with the blue, the red, and the yellow. So the bottom peg does have to match that color, which they did flawlessly and had a tricolor stack, so the bonus points on that. Which, matching with the corner points is 10 bonus points. So 10 plus 3 plus the 15. I'm not even going to attempt to do the math. I would like to try, but I'll probably butcher it somehow.
I see a number of 2-color 2-stacks and a 3-stack. It's not a 3-color 3-stack, but it is a 3-stack. There's 2 yellows in there, so it will not count as a 3-color 3-stack. Double checking that score. They seem excited. 77 points.
And they scored 77 points. And our next qualification round, that's just starting. Our teams are going to be 4931E, Cyber Knights, and 4945E, Eaglebots, Pinchers of Pickles. I love seeing when teams do secure their points by knocking over those edge points. It's an easy 2 points each. It can knock out of the field, it can do whatever, it just needs to be off of those slanted pegs, and beautifully done. I can't tell if this robot is doing circles on purpose or if it's just having a little malfunction, but I will say it's a little entertaining to watch.
Controllers down. We have a robot running still. Robots have to be able to independently stop running when the controller goes down to the ground. We'll have a little brief conversation with that team to let them know they got to get that fixed and sorted out.
Which that robot seemed to have a little bit of a malfunction because they are supposed to be independently stopped when they do drop down their controllers, which it just seemed to have a little error happening, but they'll get a little talk and they should probably fix it before their next round, as it could be an easy fix. And they did score 8 points. Alrighty, and quickly into the next round, qualification round 12. Our teams are going to be 49-31 A, Gear Goats, and 49-45 GRCMSF.
Our previous score in field 2 there, as the refs were talking with our teams, it was a score of 8 in the field 2 there. Back to field 3 here, we just had our switch driver signal. They have a couple more seconds to make sure they do that. I see a 3-color stack in the yellow.
Beautiful 3-color stack in that center already. I do like this claw mechanism on this robot specifically because it does have a longer arm compared to others that I've seen, which lets them really get that tricolor stack efficiently. Alrighty, and we did start on field round 1, I'm sorry. And our teams are going to be 2060X, the Go to Griffins, and 49-45C Eaglebots, Gorilla Gears. The robot on the left seems to have a mechanism which they load it up to make sure they do have their stacks precisely, as they already did get that bicolor stack of 2.
Hydraulic tubing there on 4945C. I'm guessing they use that for their claw.
And I try to be very, very nice with what I say, but this claw mechanism does seem to be a little, I don't think floppy is the right word, but I do want to see from them a little bit more of a stiffer mechanism, so they do have more of an accurate movement. But in our last qualification round, so that was on field 3, they got a score of 54 points.
That match is 42 points there on field 1.
And I did just hear that match that we just watched got 42 points. But you will see that on the screen after this qualification round.
2060M as in Mary and 4945.
This robot as well does have that mechanism that they can load it up from behind and flip it over the robot into getting a precise stack. And we have the double one that I absolutely adore. I love this mechanism, truly. They can get that stack on that high peg easily. It has the elevator lift. It's just beautiful. I do love this robot, truly. The mechanism is amazing, and they've gone so far and gotten so many points. It's truly the most difficult part about this is they have to get it precisely on that high peg or it will fall, which unfortunately it did.
Not giving up. They're going to keep working at it until it's down.
Which I'm sorry, this qualification round, that was 14, and our teams for that one was 2060M and 4945D, and I can't think of the exact names. I apologize for my words. But our next qualification round, 15, our teams are going to be 206A, Botso Steel, and 61, I apologize, 61, 187A AR Pikmin, and our qualification round, 14 was 7 points.
Good score. Might not be super happy, but remember those lowest scores do drop. And now we're off on number 15 here on field 3. We have 206A and 61187A. Allendale Robotics and Grandville Robotics working together, trying to see what they can do. How many points can they get combined? 61187A going for that 2-stack in the corner. Make sure you switch drivers. They did.
And just as a reminder, if you see these robots pause for a little bit, just for a few seconds in between, in the middle of these rounds, they do have to switch drivers, and they do have a 10-second period on where they can switch drivers.
A 3-color stack there, which I do believe is in the color bonus. Our team members are verifying they see what they think that the refs might be seeing, so they can verify the score accurately. Love that. We're all about self-advocacy here in VEX. These students learn to advocate for themselves very early on. All right, 47 points from match 15 there in field 3.
And they scored 47 points, and we're already going into our next round. Our teams are going to be 63-16 5P, VEX Men, and 49-45B, Eaglebots B-Bots.
Human loader gets a new peg right on that loading strip. That's the beginning of our driver switch period, which lasts for 10 seconds. Our team 63165P getting a 2-color 2-stack, trying to get it in the color bonus. 4945B is working on those side posts. 10 seconds left. There's another side post. Can they get the one last starting pin? Working on getting that last starting pin. Not quite. Nice round though. Good match for these teams working together. Checking with the teams, make sure they concur. Score of 22. Nice job there for match 16. Jumping right to field.
And they scored 22 points. In our next qualification round, it is going to be 49-31D, Robo Gummy Bears, and 49-31A, Gear Goats.
49-301D is a dog, and 49301A. Two teams from the same program, so I would assume they know each other somewhat well. Probably driven together already once or twice. There's a 2-stack in what I believe is the color bonus. Another one on the other side. 49301A trying to get another 2-stack with what looks like 3D printed license plates, which are kind of fun. Looks like both teams have 3D printed license plates. by with the teams. They seem excited. 55. Nice score here on field two. Well done.
Alrighty, and they scored at 55 points. Alrighty, and this qualification round that is happening currently is qualification round 18. Our teams are going to be 2060K off-brand fries and 2060F can calculator conductors.
See where they're going to try to put it. Looks like they're going for that color bonus in the corner. Nice driving. 2060K, by the way, was a second place finisher last weekend in Hudsonville, one of our Oakstown teams, so congratulations to them.
And if we do look at these little white boxes near their team numbers, that is their ranking position. So we have our second ranked team and our 12th ranked team currently.
And controls down. Good driving. Oh, that looks like a decent score. I'm sure they're going to be excited about that. I saw I don't know, that's a pretty good score.
Alrighty, and they scored 64 points that round. Our next qualification round, our teams are going to be at 2060N, hashtag still brainstorming, and 6316-5R Red Mario.
We have 2060N and 6316.
This team, both of them, wow, swiftly came in with that bi-color stacks with no hesitation and slid them both in the middle, which they do get bonus points for that. So the 5, 7 points plus the 10, 17, and there's 2 stacks of them. That's math I can't do, which is embarrassing because I am in AP stats, but we don't talk about it.
Drivers by now.
Quick drivers switch, and already they got 4 of those 4 spots filled up with bi-color stacks. So 17 times 4, try to do the math mentally. And they're getting that robot on the far side, getting those side parts knocked off.
Interesting. It seems a peg got stuck on 63165R's motor cable there. I mean, it counts as touching.
Okay, I did the math with the 4 bi-color stacks, that's roughly 68 points, and that block that they already knocked off plus 2, 74 points. Beautiful. And our team's now playing on field 2, qualification round 20. Our teams are going to be 4931B Robo Dragons and 2060J Hyper Hybrid Pickle Snakes.
Nicely done. That was quick work. 2060J is going to try and get a color bonus here with their 2 stack. Looks like 2060J is going to try and get some of those starting pins removed. Looked like 2060J had a good strategy of just running into some pegs, hoping they'll be touching 2. Even though 49301B dropped those 2, it looks like they lowered their claw to hopefully be touching them at least. still get some points out of it. Maybe, possibly. Looks like they called it. Up to the referee. Refs checking the score. Teams verifying, looking through the list, making sure they counted everything. And 46 points. Nice job, those two teams. Field 3, match 21. Cruising right along tonight. 63165S and 2060G. There's a two-color stack in what I believe is color bonus, not sure, but it looks like it. Grabbing up the human loaded pin. They can put another one in if they chose to, and they do. And there's another two stack.
Sorry about not seeing this current field. I just had to change one of the cameras quick.
5 seconds.
.45A, Eaglebots D's Axolotl 67, and 4931E Cyber Knights.
All right, match 22 here on field 1. Seconds left. I see a 2 stack in the yellow. Not sure it's in the color bonus. I think it might be just outside. And end of match. Controllers down. Match 23. That was 17 points, by the way, here on field 1. Round of applause for those teams. Good effort. Field 2, match 23. We have 4945E as in Edward and 49301C as in
Just trying to get all those little technical difficulties out of the way now. Currently playing as 4945E, Eaglebots Pinchers and Pickles, and 4931C, Motor Rogues.
There's the end of that driver switch period. always tricky when stacks fall over, but are still being touched by the robot, but maybe not all of them, but the pins are together. So is it touching one, which is touching the other? Is it not? It gets a little tricky, so our refs just want to make sure they're getting it right. 36 points. Nice job on field two.
Alrighty, 36 points is what they get. And our next qualification round is
Match 24, field 3. 4945, Abbott Fred, 3165R. This is our EagleBots team, working along with Caledonia Robotics. I see 3-color stack and a 2-color stack in the yellow space. Not sure there are any scoring bonus. We'll find out in the answer short. It's the 4945X is working on another 2 stack. We got 5 seconds left. They lost it, they're going to 2 it back out. They did. That is the last second 2-color stack right there.
And 2 color bonuses, 2 different match bonuses. 1, 2 means down. And one, you're touching none. So yes, I agree with what you said then. You guys agree?
Alright. Looks like he's scoring there. They just keep going. Lots of 50s tonight. Man, it's going to be a tough competition. Alright, field 1, match 25. 206A and 2060K. This is one of our Grandville Oakstown teams.
Alrighty, our teams playing currently are going to be 206A, Botso Steel, and 2060K, Off-Brand French Fries.
Seconds left. Had to take the 2 stack out. Controllers down.
Oh, I didn't see that.
All of the rules.
Verifying the scores. All right. Just a little more discussion about scoring there, which is totally fine from those teams. They're definitely allowed to ask and clarify. As long as they do it respectfully, of course. 9 points there on field 1.
And they got a score of 9 points.
Match 26.
Our current qualification round 26, our teams are going to be 4945D, EagleBots Pin Blasters, and 6316 5P VEX Men.
Here's one of those double 2-stack robots. And we have another robot with some pneumatics for their claw here. A quick 2-stack by our EagleBots team, 4945D. Looks like they're going for that beam and to abort. Go for the other beam potentially. They've got their arm mechanism into the bead to hold it still. They drop their 2 stacks in. Can they, last second, get it up on top? 5 seconds. Hey! What a drop.
Beautiful, 5 seconds left, and they got their pin on the top, which takes absolute precision. Very impressive. Can't wait to see their score.
Let go of it. We're hoping it would land. That was awesome. High risk, high reward. That's how it works. Just verifying our scores here. Again, the whole beam on the center post is new for us, so our reps are just verifying that we all understand what that looks like and how to score it. Another 3-digit number. 100 points even. Nice job to those 2 teams.
Beautiful 100 even points right there. High risk, high reward.
And we started here on field 3.
And this qualification round that we just started, which is qualification round 27, our teams are going to be 49 to 45C, EagleBots Gorilla Gears, and 49-31B Robo Dragons.
One of our EagleBots teams, which is from Grand Rapids Christian. As we watch 49301B get a 2-stack on that center post. Couple of 2-color stacks, one on the center post, one I believe in the color bow. Oh, unless they nudge it out. But they're trying to put another one in. Oh no, just knocked it over. It's a good try. They did get the starting pin at the last second though. Good driving. Controllers down. That's the whole point. You drive to the buzzer. Verifying that score. Looks like teams agree. 28 points on field 3. Nice job to those 2 teams. We'll
28 points right there. And our next qualification round 28, our teams are going to be 2060M Nuclear Sprinkles and 4931 East Cyber Knights.
Teams are working on the 2-color stacks, trying to get them in that yellow center space. Looking for a color bonus. Lots of communication between team members, trying to help, figure out where to go, what to do, how to drive, where to put it. That is a big part of all of it as well, is the communication within the team, as well as communication with the team you're working with. There's another two-color stack in the yellow. Not sure if it's color bonus. Controls down. Good work to the teams. Yeah, you guys can cheer. It's okay. It's fine. You're not going to offend them. All right, teams agree. 28 points. Nice job. Good work on field one.
And they got 28 points. Our qualification round 29 that just started. Our teams are going to be 49 to 45B, Eaglebots, B-Bots, and 2060X, the Goated Griffins.
There's a two-color stack in the yellow area. Not sure it's in the color bonus, but another opportunity for some of our Eaglebots.
Which I don't think you can see it, but our taller robot, they have a little face on their robot, which I think is very fun, and it is belonged to the Goated Griffin. So our teams, with the crowns and the glasses on the right-hand side. Which they also do have a great mechanism that it slides up into, and they can just slide it over into a perfect stack. I've seen it plenty of times.
And we see our
It
Eaglebots
rarely
team
fails on you. It's reliable, it's great. And I think they got all of their slanted points knocked off. So great on them. Can't wait to see their score.
That's part of this whole thing, is being able to not just design and build the robots, but be able to fix them when things don't go your way. So they're going to have some time to go back to the pit. 17 points for field two there.
All right, they got to score a 17 points. Our qualification round that just started, qualification round 30, our teams are going to be 49-31A, the Gear Goats, and 2060G, the Bingo Boys.
If I'm remembering correctly, I do believe that our 2060G team here also was part of the second place finishers at Hudsonville last week. They were part of that second place alliance. I thought I remembered that correctly. That's the end of our match. Well, they maxed out their 2 stacks in the yellow space according to that new rule, right? No more than 4, so they got 4 2 stacks in there. Cleared off some of the starting pins. I heard, oh yeah. Another exciting celebration for 72 points on field 3. Nice score.
All right, they got a score of 72 points. Our next round, which is about to start, our teams are going to be 61-18-7A, AR Pikmin, and 49-45E, Eaglebots, Pinchers of Pickles.
61187A and 4945E as in Edward. Looks like they were going for a 2 stack in that colored corner.
Going for the little corner points over there in this bottom left-hand side.
One on top of it still, though. Ooh, good recovery.
Getting that, hopefully a stack. I think I just got to line it up right. Switch drivers.
They can get that stack in that corner still, even though they had one fall. Some more perseverance Meanwhile, 4945E is over there making a 3-stack.
I was holding my breath for them. They got it. Amazing. 10 extra points plus that 5, 7, 17 points just in that corner right there.
Counts as a 2-color stack. Oh, just lost it out of their claw. 2 seconds left.
The thing that I have noticed in these claw mechanisms is that they tend to, I don't want to say fail, I don't think fail is the right word, but they tend to close up at the worst possible moments. You accidentally click a button and they close and you lose your peg in just the last few seconds and you miss points and it won't open up fast enough, which I've seen a lot of that last minute stress in a lot of our teams.
Double checking. Again, it gets tricky when they're touching some. Are they actually touching it? Does that count as that bonus? Is it part of a stack? Is it lots to decide there when the match ends? Another reminder to our audience, because we missed that week with snow days, we will have 2 weeks in a row of league. League tonight, league next Thursday. Then we'll be back to our schedule where we have a week off, and then our final league will be that couple weeks off in February, whatever that date is.
We were just counting up the points and double checking with our teams. They got a total of 27 points. Already switching to the next qualification round to 32. Our teams are going to be 4931D, the Robo Gummy Bears, and 4931C, Motor Rogues.
Resetting the field before the other team agreed. That can throw off their ability to ask questions or get clarification. So it's important that both teams agree to the score before any resetting happens. Driver switch on field 2. We're in match 32. 49301D as in dog and 49301C as in cat. Same program, should be a little familiar with each other. Hopefully some good communication between the two teams. I see two stacks in the center. One, maybe the color bonus, the other one for sure no. Rolling down.
Two stacks, 1 yellow bonus, 1 knockoff, 1 robot touch.
Looks like one of those 2 stacks in the center was a color bonus, the other was not. Nice score, teams. 28 points on field 2. Good job.
All right, they scored a total of 28 points. Our next qualification round is going to be 6316-5S, error 404, name not found, in a 2060N, hashtag still brainstorming.
Making sure they have their preload. And they're off. We have 63165S and 2060N as in Nancy. Quick 2 stack from 63165S. Another stack over here from 2060N, already in the yellow space. Another 2 stack. See if they can try and get that in the color bonus. And they're closing in, both teams, on those color bonus spaces. Make sure they switch drivers. I think they're maybe in One more spot in that center there for a two-stack. We'll see if they can get it with 10 seconds left. Off controllers down. Verifying with our teams. They seem agreeable, at least agreeable. 60 points. Nice job on field 2.
Alrighty, and they scored 60 points. Our next qualification round, our teams are going to be 49, 45A, EcoBots, D's, Axolotls, 6-7, and 2060F, Can Calculator Conductors.
We have 49, 45A, and 2060F as in Fred. 2060F already has a two-stack in what looks like the color bonus. Working on another two-stack. Oh, they're going to go right to the pins that are already in the yellow space there. They got the two-color stack. Can they get it in a color bonus again? 15 seconds left in this match. Oh, never mind. They're going to go for the center post, it looks like. Maybe, possibly. And controllers down. So because 2060F is holding on to that two-stack, it does not count as a two-color stack, but it does count as them holding or touching two other scoring elements. So they will get that end game bonus, at least, even though they don't get credit for the two-stack. Teams are verifying they agree. Points at field 1. Good job to those teams.
Alrighty, and they scored 25 points. Our team now just starting to play is 2060J Hyper Hybrid Pickle Snakes and 6316 5P Vexman.
Quick work. Both of them are completing two stacks at the same time. Trying to drop them in those color bonus spots. One that looks like it's good. On the far side, not sure it's quite there, but they're going to switch drivers. Another two-stack. That might be. Can't tell from here, but it looks like it might be. And a third one in that yellow space. Not sure that it has a color bonus either, but it's in there. 5 seconds left. Going for some side pins, got that starting pin off. And controllers down. Looks like 2060J was able to run 2 pins into the wall there at the end so that they're touching both, I believe. Gets them that end game bonus. Just verifying that they agree. And both teams agree. 57 points on field 2.
57 points for them. our next team playing is going to be 63-16-5R Red Marios and 49-45C Eaglebots Gorilla Gears.
C as in cats. All right, they should have switched drivers. I see two stacks in the yellow space. Our human loader watching very closely to see. They've got 2 pins over there, ready to be loaded if need be. Otherwise, they're just going to try to knock off some of these starting pins. 5 seconds left. 3, 2. Oh, that was chaos at the end trying to get those starting pins. I love it. Love the reckless driving. Here in VEX, not like out there. Double check the scores.
Just double checking their scores with the refs, making sure all of their points are there.
And 38 points in field 3. Nice job, team.
And their score was 38 points. Our next team is playing for qualification round 37 are going to be 49-31E Cyber Knights and 49-31A Gear Goats.
49301A. Quick 2 stack there in the yellow space. There's that first switch driver signal. They have 10 seconds to make sure that the other driver gets a chance to take over. Oh, a 3-color stack on the far end, audience side of the field over there. Just knocked it over. I love the crowd reaction, by the way. You guys are into it. It's great. 2 stack. Can they knock it over into that scoring space? Not sure if they're the color bonus or not. Our referees will make that call. I just heard is touching 2 elements, so they get that in-game bonus. Verifying the scores. Wants a closer look just to see, make sure they have the right understanding. .38 points, field 1. Nice job, teams. Match 38, field 2, 49301.
All right, if you did miss that, their score was 38 points. Currently now playing is going to be 49-31B Robo Dragons and 2060K off-brand French fries.
After this match, we have about 8 more matches. So teams, as you wrap up for the night, please make sure that you leave your pit looking the same way it looked when you got here. Grandville teams, if you are a host team, you need to stay and help clean up. We are going to need to put the chairs up and the tables.
Oh
up
no,
tonight.
right as they were bringing their tri-color stack to that center, it fell over last second.
But we're also not requiring it. We do have Grandville teams that are responsible to stay and help clean up tonight. We have about 8 more matches, and then we're going to be cleaning this place up. Oh, they are just touching part of the 2-stack, so it does not count as a 2-stack.
And because one of the robots is just touching their 2-stack, it does not count.
We can just kind of see it with the naked eye. Seven points. Good job, teams.
They
Nice
got
effort.
7 points
Lowest
out
score
of that,
round.
and our next
Not
qualification
the end of the
round,
world.
206A, Bots O Steel, and at 49 to 45D,
Field 3.
Eagle Bots
I'm sorry,
Pin
Field 3,
Blasters.
match 39. I don't want to go back to match 3. Good with it being 39. 206A and 4945D is in dog. Looks like 206A already has a 3-stack inside of the robot. They just got to release it, and they did. 4945D is now trying to take their 2 2-stacks and I believe put it inside of the game elements. They want to put it inside of that beam. I believe to then lift the beam up onto the center is my understanding, as you've seen them do a couple times tonight. They have 5 seconds left. Controllers down. Field 3, score was 32. Good job, teams, on Field 3.
All right, and they just got a score of 32 points. Our qualification round that's currently happening is 4945F, GR CMS F, and 63165S Air 404, named off on.
As a reminder to our spectators, whatever average score they end with tonight is the average score they start with on night 3, which will be next Thursday. And they just keep going from there. It keeps adding as we go through the 4 league nights. Good job for team 63165S. They put their controller down, pulled the robot over, tried to fix it. Love it. Good job, teams. Score on field 1, 45 points. Good job. Way to go, teams.
Alrighty, and they got 45 points. Our next qualification round 41. Our teams are going to be 49 and 45E, Eagle Bots, Pinches and Pickles,
41.
and 206OM, Nuclear Sprinkles.
We have 4945E as in Edward and 2060M as in Mary. Got a 2-stack inside the robot. On the Red Alliance side of the field. Let's see if they can open that door and drop it off in that color bonus. Looks like they did. 4945E had one tip over on them, but they're still working on sucking those things up into there, almost like a flywheel mechanism. It's like a mix between a flywheel and an elevator. Human loader puts another color in so they can get a 3-color stack. See if they can get it to stay on top. 5 seconds left. Can they let go of it in time? Oh no, so close. Good try. Good job, teams. Good effort. All right, teams, as you're wrapping up, if you are so inclined, we do have a chair rack over here on the west end. Mrs. Heffer is pulling out a table cart here. If it behooves you to take care of your table and chairs, we would greatly appreciate it. Your sign, your team
Alrighty,
sign
they got a
will go
score
on the
of
table in the
19.
pits. We do need to keep
Our
going.
next
We
qualification
need
round
to
is going to be 2060J Hybrid Pickle Snakes. Boom, I said it right that time. Very proud of myself. And 4945A Eagle Bots. D's Axel Axolotl 67. If you're wondering how it's spelled AXALOOTOLS. That's why I always get so hooked up on it.
There's our switch driver signal. 4945A trying to get that starting pin off the edge there, looks like. Almost got it. Meanwhile, their alliance partner over there on the red side has a 2-stack. They're trying to get the color bonus. Looks like it's in. I see two color stacks there. There goes that starting pin. 3 seconds left. One more 2-stack, and they back away so they're not touching it. And controller down. Good last second driving to back away from that 2-stack. Nice. 4945A does get the in-game bonus because they're touching 2 field elements, 2 or more. They seem reasonably satisfied with that score. 49 points on field 3. Good job, teams.
Alrighty, they got a score of 49 points. Our next qualification round, our teams are going to be 61 18-7A AR Pikmin and 49-31D Robo Gummy Bears.
201D as in dog. This is match number 43. Going for that 2-color stack in the color bonus corner. And they got it. Good communication between teammates. Driver switch. Oh, just drops it. Didn't quite drop it on and fell off, but they're going to keep working. They're not going to give up. 15 seconds left. Can they get another stack over there in the yellow? As 49301D tries to get that 2-color stack. They're communicating with each other, and they got it. Nice job. And they're not touching it, so good work there, last second stack. place exits. Real quick from spectators and teams that are still here. A round of applause for all of our volunteers tonight. Anyone in stripes volunteering their time this evening, even though some of them have their own children or siblings.
Alrighty, that team got a score of 31 points.
Make this event happen.
Our second to last, maybe?
Field 2, match
Qualification round 44,
44,
it is 2060X, the Goated Griffins, and 2060G, the Bingo Boys. And just letting you know, we do only have 46 qualification rounds tonight, so we will be wrapping up quite soon.
I see a 3-color stack in the yellow area. I see a 2-color stack. Looks like 2060X is looking to put another stack in there. They've got 15 seconds. Can they open the door and drop it off? Well, 2060G tries to put another 2-stack in the yellow. Oh no! Just tipped over. They had it. Controllers down. That's how it goes. Good effort. Nice work. Teams agree. 52 points on field 2. Great score.
And 52 points there. Our second to last round, our teams are going to be 2060 and hashtag still brainstorming, and 49 to 45 Eaglebot B-Bots.
4, 5, B as in boys. Going for those starting pins. Got 3 of the 4 knocked off of there. Now there's 4 of 4. Quick way to get some points. I think they're going to try and do their double 2-stack. There's that switch driver sound.
Just finalizing some points, and as we're doing that, our last qualification round 46, our teams are going to be 4931C Motor Rogues and 2060F Can Calculator Conductors. And while we wait for our final score, I do want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, Westwood AI, who has allowed the robotics kids, all of our spectators, and myself, and all of the people who helped us out with this beautiful area that we've been given this opportunity to do what we do, especially even like nights like this, as well as Bradford White. Thank you for everything they've done for us. They've given us a beautiful space to workshop, and thank you to both of them. And our qualification round 45, we ended up getting a score of 61 points. And that wraps up our night. We're just going to wait for the score. And our final score was 38 points, and that wraps up our night. Be warm, stay dry, and we will see you next week.